All right, so this video is not a how-to video. It's not how to do slips. This video is more of a language video. So the reason being, we're going to be discussing slips, but it's really about the language of slips. I had a fighter who was with another trainer doing a little work, and just that trainer's language is very different than our language. You know, for Lucky Punch, we have a very specific language, and I think it's important. What we refer to as slips, there are so many different variations. For Lucky Punch, we really have two schools for slips. We have your more traditional slips where that shoulder comes across the center line. So you can see this behind me. So well, you can see it, you can see it. I get my head off that center line. So that's a slip. That's what Lucky Punch considers to be a slip. I get my head off that center line. There's also penguin slips. Penguin slips are more of kind of the Tyson-esque, where my lat pulls me over. Boom. So I can get dramatic with the penguin slip, but for us, I don't like that. I'm not saying you can't do it that way. I just don't like it that way for us. What I like is a little over. Right now, I'm a little bit square. You can't see my legs, but I'm a little on the square side here. When we're in our bladed stance, and if I'm moving around, my penguin slip can be more in that sort of just getting my head off the center line. The key thing is, if you can see this behind me, even if it's not a lot, doesn't have to be a lot, I'm still getting out of the way of those shots. So when we talk about penguin slips, my penguin slip can be dramatic, and I get out of the way. I just don't like how those feel, and I don't like how you can operate off of those. You can, I just don't like I don't like that system per se. I like a little more bladed with a little more twisting. Boom. A twist, a hinge, and a bend. And I know I said this wasn't going to be a how-to, but those sort of three elements, the twist, where I have that twist, I have the hinge, and I have the bend. So when I'm getting out of the way from my slip, I can also, I can slip moving forwards, moving backwards. The key thing is to obviously not get punched in the face. So for Lucky Punch, when we talk about slips, we're talking about that traditional, we'll call it traditional, or it's just a Lucky Punch slip where I turn. I have the three elements: the twist, the hinge, and the bend. Penguin slips can be either slight penguin slips with a little flavor, meaning, just getting my head so you can see the ball behind me. Or we can have more Tyson-esque with weaves at the end. You can systemize the penguin slip. I like the regular traditional kind of Lucky Punch slip. Anyway, when we talk slips, this was longer than I wanted it to be. When we talk slips, we're talking that traditional hinge, twist, and bend. That's what we're talking about. So when we see, anyway, I just got hit. So that's what we're talking about. All right, that's it. Thanks.